Hey guys, so today I want to do a quick little side-by-side comparison here, the iPhone 6 versus the Galaxy Alpha, and I'm gonna go over a little bit of the specs here. This is a pretty fun comparison because the Galaxy Alpha from Samsung here on the right side was like a direct competitor to the iPhone 6. So you can kind of see here how it is one of Samsung's first premium feel devices here with this premium body, which is like metal and stuff. And of course we do have the iPhone, which feels very different compared to the iPhone 5s. This one with a more rounded design. This one should also be a little bit thicker from what I see, 6.9mm versus the Galaxy Alpha here, which is according to spec 6.7mm, but I don't really feel that of a big difference there. I do feel though a little bit of a difference in weight. The Galaxy Alpha has 115 grams versus the iPhone here, which is featuring 129 grams. Also, both, as you can see here, both have a similar size display, both from the latest version of their operating system. So Android here for KitKat, and we do get Apple's iOS 8 here on the iPhone 6. Some other fun things here, both have a sensor to control the device with your unlock the device with your finger, so fingerprint reader here and the Touch ID here. So 4.7-inch display, 750 x 1334 resolution on the iPhone 6 versus 720p display here on the Galaxy Alpha, very similar. Interesting here, you can remove the battery here on this one, which is good, but then the bad thing here with the Galaxy Alpha is that you can't insert an SD card. But it comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage already, which is good. This one here comes with 16 gigabytes, and you can't remove the battery, and it's more expensive. I think it's around 300 more bucks compared to the Galaxy Alpha, at least new. So that's interesting. Also, the Galaxy Alpha here comes with a 12-megapixel camera instead of just an 8-megapixel camera that you do get here on the iPhone. So higher there, which is very nice, more pixels, and of course all these standard modes here that you can explore. It's normal panorama mode and all of those things that you also do get inside of the iPhone. As I said, a 8-megapixel camera here, but the software is definitely nice, even though it's just 8-megapixel, that you can change exposure and things like this, and have HDR mode as well, and a very nice sliding feature here. And a ton of different filters already installed, so that is quite nice. Wait a sec, I'm just going to do one thing here. So if we move on here and check out some other things, also on the front-facing cameras, this just could also be pretty interesting. You do get only 1.2 megapixel on the iPhone versus a 21 megapixel here. Apple's phone here is running with the Apple A8 processor, which is Apple's own kind of processor. And how they do perform, actually, I do believe that Apple is starting to get a little bit behind in fluidity and speed a lot. When you're shaking a little bit like this, kind of feels like Android has definitely been catching up, and that it feels a lot snappier. And of course you have this thing with a lot more freedom here inside of Android. Some quick toggles here, of course, on both these two devices, but a ton more here on the Galaxy Alpha. But it looks pretty good looking here on the iPhone, definitely. A little bit more slim. Of course, you have this thing with widgets inside of here as well, third-party widgets that you will be able to have a little bit more in the iPhone. And of course, just with Android, you can have widgets however you want. The Galaxy Alpha comes with Exynos 5 chipset, octa-core 5430, so it's a quad-core 1.8 GHz, Cortex A15, 4 cores of that, and then quad-core 1.3 GHz, Cortex A7. So just super snappy here, and that can definitely be a nice little thing. You also have a menu key and or a multitasking button, and a back key, which could be nice instead of just one button as you have on the iPhone to just go out of apps, or just double tap here to multitask, of course. So you have here you get the Mali T628 MP6 GPU. It's a very nice GPU for a lot of gaming. And then also on the iPhone, you do get a nice GPU for gaming, Power VR GX 6450. The battery life also is very similar on these devices. So, I mean, at least in milliamps, 1860 milliamps inside of the Galaxy Alpha, and then 1810 is what you do get on the iPhone 6. So there's a lot of things that's very similar with these two devices. And I definitely might do some comparisons where I am testing them out in different tests, maybe like camera tests and stuff like that, if people are interested in that. If you look here on the back, you do get a little bit more of a plastic feel here on the Galaxy Alpha, but it still feels premium. That's the thing, just because it has this kind of metal around the phone, so it kind of feels good here. It doesn't feel like a bad plastic, but it feels super nice. It's like a good mix, mixing these two materials here in a nice way. And here you do get more of a this antenna design, as you can see around here. You don't get this heart rate sensor that you do get on the Galaxy Alpha. You do get the dual LED flash. Now I think the camera's been improved a little bit since last iPhones. But yeah, just a quick little side-by-side comparison here. Would be fun to hear which one is your pick, which one you would like to use as your phone. If people are interested, I definitely might do more videos, because this is pretty nice devices here for 2014. So yeah, peace out.